A 12-year-old is recovering from a broken lip and other injuries he says he got from a school employee at KIPP Philadelphia Preparatory Academy in North Philadelphia. That staff member has been terminated, but the boy's parents say that's not enough.
Sounds to me like young bull bumped into an old head that didn't get the memo.
So I'm from the old school, I'll kick a kid ass. When a kid get 1 year old, I believe you got the right to hit him in the throat or the stomach.
You gotta leave some of these old heads alone, man. You 12 years old. That was for a 1 year old. You 12, you lucky to still be alive. But anyway, we're gonna get into the story out of Philadelphia where a teacher put hands on a student. And we also gonna look at a new trend that the so-called YNs are starting up. And you're gonna be very, very surprised. What it look like TV.
I am back. What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did you miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insidians. We're inside and we're comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And I'm back with another one. And today, y'all, we're going to get into a topic that we touch on pretty much in a lot of the videos, and it's these children that's out here these days and disciplining these children out here nowadays, because you really can't discipline anybody without being locked up. But how much discipline is too much discipline? We're going to get into this story out of Philadelphia. This teacher put hands on a student. Then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about it.
At 11, a 12-year-old is recovering from a broken lip and other injuries he says he got from a school employee at KIPP Philadelphia Preparatory Academy in North Philadelphia. That staff member has been terminated, but the boy's parents say that's not enough.
Yeah, Rick, that boy's mom tells me that while she acknowledges that her son was in the wrong here, he did swing at that staff member first. She still says he didn't deserve to be assaulted by an adult at school, a place where he should feel safe.
He didn't fall. He didn't hurt himself. He got punched by a man twice his size.
12-year-old has a swollen lip, a lost tooth, and multiple stitches after he says he was assaulted by a staff member at the KIPP Philadelphia Preparatory Academy in North Philadelphia Monday.
My son wanted to use the bathroom, and apparently he wouldn't allow him to use the bathroom on his lunch break. So my son tried to go around, put my son in the headlock. My son got away, and then my son swung on him. So then the dean swung back, they say my son flew across the room, and his tooth fell out his mouth.
Outlaw's mom, Montrina Bennett, says she never got a phone call from the school after the incident. Neither did his dad or other emergency contacts. She says they found out from the parent of another student. She rushed to the school to find her 7th grader bloody, his injuries covered up by a mask.
And so his lip was up here, his face was swole, and he had blood dripping down. The cops should have been called. My son should have went to the ambulance instead of to the nurse's office.
In an update tonight, a spokesperson for the school telling Action News, following an initial investigation, the staff member has been terminated. We continue to fully cooperate with the Philadelphia Police Department and the appropriate authorities to ensure transparency and accountability at every step. She'd like to see more accountability both from school leaders and the staff member. Peyton now needs a root canal on a second loose tooth and is scared to go back to class.
That man went home. My son went to the hospital.
Now, Bennett has since hired an attorney. She's also filed a police report, but no word yet on if that staff member will be facing any charges here.
Now that's the full story. It's a whole lot there, and a lot of people have questions, and I do totally understand the angle that they're going. The young man does have a right to go to school and feel safe and feel like he's not going to be assaulted by any of the staff. But the staff should have that same right also to come to school and not get swung on by the students. But get knocked in your face and get knocked across the classroom is a bit much. So let's hear a couple of opinions from across the internet on what people are feeling on this situation.
All right, so I got so many questions about this story and about this video. First and foremost, you know, I'm not going to sit here and argue and say that the teacher shouldn't have been fired for maybe being excessive in force. I don't really know the details of the story, but just the overall feel of this video is just off to me. The news station is acting like this kid didn't do anything wrong. This kid swung at a teacher. The teacher maybe had a higher duty not to do damage to this kid, but The way this is being covered by this news station is absolutely outrageous. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this. The overall feel of this mom and the son is just off. I mean, she's sitting here glossing over the fact that her son, at 12 years old in school, swung at a teacher. And the news agency is too. They're like, this doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter that this kid took a swing at the teacher. And then they talk about the student needs to feel safe at school. What if this was a woman teacher that he swung on?
That's a good question.
What if this person was elderly or a person that couldn't defend themselves? Can you imagine what would have happened? And I doubt it would have even been a news story at that point. So that's my whole point of contention with the story, is the fact that the news agency and the mom are discounting the fact that this unruly student, absolutely out of control student, took a swing at a teacher. You know, that's why we're here right now. We're here right now because parents and people in positions of authority don't demand accountability from these kids in school anymore. And you want to talk about somebody not feeling safe? It's the teachers that don't feel safe in school anymore, right along with a lot of the students, because there's absolutely no control. And I believe stuff like this is why.
He ain't lying.
I understand totally what he's trying to say. And that's why at the beginning of the video, I posed the question, how much discipline is too much discipline? And who has the right to actually discipline? Because in the end, if somebody doesn't discipline, the world is going to discipline the child, or the state is going to discipline the child. 9 times out of 10, it becomes the state. The state or a bullet's going to discipline the child. So should it matter who the discipline is coming from? Should it just be all about the discipline? And like I said, how much is too much discipline? I know y'all parents are different than our parents. I know my mom, I'm not going to say my mom and my dad wouldn't have been upset that this would have happened. They would have been furious, but they would have had one burning question that they would have need answered before everything. And that question would have been to me, what the hell did you do? That would have been the burning question. We're going to get to the school punching you in the mouth, but why the hell did the school had to punch you in the mouth? That would have been my parents' burning question. And it seems like that really wasn't a question for the young boy. It was just like, oh well, he swung on the teacher, he swung on a grown man, and you know he got an awakening. But a lot of people aren't trying to sugarcoat how they feel about this story. A lot of people are just keeping it straight up.
It's rhyme time. Here you see a parent that's doing too much. She got her son walking around like he couldn't be touched. You can just hear the little boy listening to his mama talk crazy, saying nobody at their school better put their hands on my baby. This was a game of chess. She would think the teachers are the pawns. But when a teacher called her for support, she'd probably say, that don't sound like my son. Look how he leaning all on his mama like he ain't just go full throttle. Cause no matter what he do, when he go to his mama, he gonna get coddled. Now she on the news like somebody did her son wrong. Like he ain't got a school rap sheet that's about a mile long. He crying, she lying, both of them capping. But sit back for a second and I'm gonna break down what happened. Here we have a teacher just sitting, waiting on the clock to say 3. And a little boy that wanted to be in the hallway, so he asked to go pee. But the teacher knew that boy antics and knew he just wanted to get out the class. So he denied his request and didn't give him a pass. The little boy got angry because he used to get in his way. He runs his household, even his mama do what he say. So he got up anyway, thinking he was gonna catch the teacher slipping. The teacher saw it and said to himself, this boy got to be tripping. Before he knew it, the little boy charged at the teacher, but he was met with a restraint. That's proper procedure. He threw a punch at a grown man, but soon he would learn that he just entered the point of no return. See, this man was one of the ones that was raised old school. And if a kid hit him, they was both making the news. The little boy started a crazy sequence. He was active on offense, but forgot about defense. Lip busted, face numb as he flew backwards across the class. His tooth felt the impact and jumped out before the crash. Lesson earned, lesson learned. That's how this story had to end. I bet that little boy never do that again. So parents, teach your kids some respect and be 100% real. Tell them to keep their hands to themselves or somebody in the outside world will.
Now, how do I feel about the situation? If you ask me, in most situations, I'm going to throw all the responsibility on the adult. But the adult in this situation, he's going to get a slight pass because I think teachers are ill-equipped to be in the classroom nowadays. I think we don't want to admit that teaching is a different job than it was in the past. And with these teaching degrees, I think these teachers need to be getting some classes in physical restraints. Because if my man would have known some physical restraints, he would have known that it was no need to hit my man with the 2-piece. He didn't have to hit him with a left-right. If he would have known the right physical restraint for an unruly child, he would have been able to put that child in a restraint. And a lot of these restraints leave these kids so defenseless that you could pretty much get your point across without causing any bodily harm and having to damage and hurt these kids and knock teeth out. So if you ask me, the teacher was wrong because you didn't have to punch the little kid in the mouth. Let's just be real. No matter how much we may think he deserved it and he asked for it, it's ways to physical restrain a child so you don't have to take it to that level. But like I said, if you ask me, I don't think they've been trained to do that. And on the other hand, as a young man, even though you're 12, you know exactly what you was doing. You crossed the line and you got an awakening moment. And I'm a firm believer, being a male, growing up a male, that in life, young men need these awakening moments when we get too big for our britches. A lot of times these awakening moments save us. You never know. This moment right here hopefully turned this young man into a straight A student. Hopefully this makes my man never, ever, ever again in his life want to disrupt the lesson because it's disrespectful to the teacher and disrespectful to his peers, his classmates. You never know. This could be a good moment in this young man's life if he takes it and he learns from it. Because like I said, every man that's my age has had a moment where you thought you was too big for your britches and you got put right back in your place. And my man obviously had to think he was too big for his if you at school and you swinging on teachers. You was being bad.
I want to do it because it's fun. It's fun to do bad things.
We're going to see how bad you are today. But it's ironic to me that I don't really have no answers on how to save a lot of these young men. I don't have the answers for this. But I found the answer in a surprising place. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we was going to check in at some of the new surprising trends that the quote-unquote YNs, if you don't know what the YNs are, the young ninjas. The young ninjas have totally rewrote the whole game right now. The young ninjas, or excuse me, the young G's, as they like to be referred to now, they're saying the answer is simple. It's in the quarter zip.
This new quarter zip trend in the black community is absolutely chef's kiss. Mwah. I love it. If you guys have been on TikTok at all recently, you guys have probably seen the revolution of the quarter zip in the black community. They're going from YNs to YGs. I know the CIA is punching in the air, just mad about this trend. For once, we are getting a W in the community. And I do like that it's evolving quickly. They're going from quarter zips and matcha, and now I've already seen full suits and black coffee. I love this. Let me put you guys on the game. If you're watching this video and you're getting into the quarter zip feel, you're saying you're trying to make it look good, you're trying to not talk to a shorty and ask for her Instagram, but ask for her LinkedIn instead, I'm gonna put you onto a book. I'm gonna put you on the game. Give me 1 second. This is a book called Superfine, or Superfine, whatever you want to say. I say Superfine.
This is not a test, folks. The world has gone mad. This is not a test, folks. The world has gone mad. You've seen that right. This is the newest, hottest trend. They are throwing away the dirty ski masks. They are throwing away the old Nike Tech sweatsuits. And now everybody wants to wear quarter zips, hard bottoms, drink warm beverages, and talk in proper English.
Got that gas. Got that gas. Got that good stuff, bro. You need that?
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Good, bro? You straight, bro?
Nah, I'm good.
I told you, bro. Got that gas, gang. Bro, you shooting.
Oh, get down.
Get the guns, bro?
No, I don't got it, bro.
You got the guns, bro?
No, I don't got nothing.
All right, bro. I'm going to get the guns right now, bro. All right?
Bro, be careful, bro. Be careful.
Where the ops at, bro? I'm ready to spin the block right now,
I'm ready to spin a block, too. We out right now.
Gang.
10-19. We got the suspect. You get down.
No!
You're under arrest. Conspiracy. Get behind your back. Yo, bro, what's good, bro? You trying to spin on a block? You trying to spin on the ops, bro? What's good, bro?
Nah, I don't do that no more. I don't do spinning on the ops. I don't do spinning the blocks no more. I've just learned to have peace with everybody. Love everybody.
Who are you, MLK? What happened, bro? What are you doing? What is this?
I just outgrown confrontation. I don't do confrontation no more.
Oh, yo, bro, you trying to go to this party, bro? Let's go run down. Let's go get girls' Instagram. Let's get their numbers, bro. Let's go, bro.
That is stuff that I don't do no more.
Huh?
That is things that I've left in the past. We
What?
don't do Nike Techs. We don't do coffee. You drink matchas and wear quarter zips, gang.
Bro.
We don't do those type of stuff no more. And I go to school now and I read books, bro. And I go to the library. I don't do those activities no more.
You go and go, huh?
You're actually not my type of crew no more. Not my type of people, bro. So you go on one side and I go on the other side, bro. You do your own thing, gang.
Bro, what, bro?
As we transition to quarter zips and button-ups, there will be some sacrifices. If you see a young lady in front of you about to open up a door, you better sprint! You better sprint and open up that door for her. Vice versa, if you see a woman behind you, you better hope. You better... We don't carry around blicks anymore. We don't carry around guns anymore. This is the only weapon we need, young men. We are elegant young men. We don't chase women. We don't chase ladies. And if we do see a lady we like, that we want to pursue, we don't go up to her asking for the snap. We don't go up asking for the, what's the gram? We elegant that, we're better than that. We ask, what's the LinkedIn? What's the LinkedIn? And if her profile is set up, if she don't have any connections, then there is going to be a connection between us. You feel me? Because if there is no connection for you and your future, I don't want you in my future. Yes, we don't chase hus. Vocabulary. There is no hus. This is yes, ma'am, no, sir. There is no bro. Yes, ma'am. There is no twin. It's yes, ma'am, and no, sir. Last but not least, we make our bed up every morning.
You done lost your damn mind.
So it's come to my attention that brothers is talking about quarter zips, man. But you know, it's really levels to this shit. Y'all gotta hit me up when you go full wool on a trenchy. You go cashmere cardigan, feel me? Then you go tie. Then you go full wool on a hat with the bow on the top, cause I'm a gift to the world. You feel me? It's really levels to this. You know, the quarter zips, very respectable. Very respectable. But it's levels. It's levels.
Good point.
We don't do Nike Tech. We don't do coffee. There's straight quarter zips and matchas around here. He was talking about putting on a Nike Tech to come outside. I told him, what are you doing? You upgraded in life. You wear glasses.
I was in Starbucks the other day. Don't talk about me. Them refreshers is delicious. But anyway, this lady was complaining about who the hell is drinking all this matcha. I guess now we know. Think they right. The CIA might be punching in the air right now because can't nobody explain this one right here. But now this is where we all come into play at, y'all. This is where we come into play as a community. If you a grandparent, if you a parent, if you any type of inspiration to a young person, this Christmas when they ask for them quarter zips, when they ask you for a quarter zip because that's the new flavor, that's the new style, throw that tie in there for them. Throw that button down in there for them. If they want to start dressing nicer, we're going to encourage it. We're going to help them get there, y'all. We're going to help them. Because right now, they on point. Salute to all my YNs. Oh, excuse me. Once again, I'm not trying to get nobody to relapse. To all my YGs out there, my young gentlemen out there, I'm proud. I'm proud. And they did this themselves. They did this totally to themselves. This is the most positive movement that I might have ever seen in my life. So salute to the young guys out there. But anyway, man, we done reached the end of another journey. This was just a little quick midweek check-in with y'all. Hit me up and tell me how y'all feel about everything in the comment section. The first story with the teacher putting hands on a student. How y'all feel about this new look with these young boys out here. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. But anyway, y'all, this video is going to end like all the other ones. Hit me up in the comment section. Tell me how you feel about everything you have just witnessed.
Tell me how you felt about what just happened there.
And if you made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.
Oh, the quarter zip movement has to be the CIA's biggest failure to date. I mean, these quarter zips are turning YNs into YGs. Youthful gentlemen. You see what I'm saying? Like, some of the biggest crash outs I know, like straight YNs with nothing to lose, Nike tech demons, are turning into tech, downloading Indeed, and putting on the quarter zip. And you know what? It brings a smile to my face. And when the CIA had dropped the Popeyes x Hennessy deal, I thought, there's no way we come back from this.
I can't front, he ain't lying. It was nothing right about that Popeyes Hennessy bundle package. And if y'all didn't hear, last summer, Popeyes and Hennessy did a crossover where you could go get Popeyes chicken and some Hennessy.
I knew that this year was going to be bad when they had a Hennessy Popeyes collab during Black History Month. A Black History Month Popeyes Hennessy collab?
Yeah.
It's over. They won. But the quarter zip movement has brought back just a sliver of hope, okay? And not even a sliver of hope. Because when one of my homeboys that dropped out of 8th grade starts using words like catastrophic and phenomenal instead of cooked and tough, that's when I knew these quarter zips were onto something. I don't know what it is about them, but they just make you feel like you belong in a country club, right? Like you should take the wife and kids up to a log cabin for the winter. Now, I don't know how long we're going to have the quarter zip update available because it might get patched very soon. We all know the CIA does not play by the rules. They'll probably end up sending out a free Nike Tech to every apartment in the US. But you know what? Just for a moment, it was good.